Please, stop oversharing. You're ending your life. Not your physical life, though, your emotional one. Bit by bit, story by story, heartbreak by heartbreak, you're handing over pieces of your soul to people who haven't earned the right to hold it. You're calling it healing, but it's not healing. It's performance. It's pain wrapped up in glitter. This is not for everyone. This is for women. Women who have been betrayed. Women who are bleeding but posting instead of healing. It looks like confidence. It sounds like freedom. But to the trained eye, and believe me, we're there, it's emotional chaos. You don't look free. You look flooded. There are two betrayals that break a woman. I have seen it again and again. These two betrayals that change a woman from the inside out. The first one, betrayal of violence. When your body stops being safe and love starts to look like fear. The second one, the betrayal of infidelity. When loyalty is shattered and love becomes humiliation. These wounds aren't just painful. They fracture identity, trust, and the capacity to feel safe with yourself. And when there's no space to process them, something shifts. The pain becomes performance. So, you start by telling your story publicly, loudly, first, so no one else can use it against you. You post the breakup before anyone can gossip. You talk about your sexual freedom before anyone can shame it. You turn heartbreak into hashtags and you call it power. But really, you just want to be seen, to be told, you're amazing, you're strong, and for a second you believe it until the silence creeps back in. So you post again. Let's talk about what's really happening underneath the oversharing. Not emotionally. Let's talk about it neurologically. Oversharing doesn't regulate your nervous system. It dysregulates it. What you're experiencing are dopamine loops. Every like gives a hit of validation. It fades fast though, so you chase it again. The other thing you're experiencing is hypervigilance. You are constantly checking who watched, who liked, and who commented and what did they say. Then there's the emotional flooding. You're always up, always activated, and never grounded. Then comes the crash. You get into crash cycles. After the high comes the void, the low, the shame. That's not healing. It's a trauma response wrapped up in glitter. So what do? You begin to rationalize your shame. You begin by saying, I'm just being real. I'm not too much. I'm just a free spirit. But here's the thing. When you have to defend your freedom that hard, it's not freedom, it's survival. You're trying to reclaim power by exposing your pain. You're trying to overturn shame by romanticizing it. But the truth is, you don't have to turn your breakdown into content. So, what might healing look like for you, my dear lady? If this feels like your story, I want you to say there's another way, a quieter way, and a kinder way. And here's what I mean. You need therapy. You need trauma therapy that helps your brain reprocess old pain safely. 2, you need to look at what's happening in your body. A body-based approach will help you feel safe in your body again. Then, you need to reclaim your privacy, not secrecy, but sacred space. Then you also need to think about your nervous system and regulate it. Do some breath work, gentle movement and grounding in silence. Then slow down. Letting your story unfold without needing to explain every chapter is what you need to do. You don't need 10,000 strangers clapping for your survival. You need one safe space to rest. Be careful who you share your story with. Not everyone deserves access to your pain. Just because people follow you doesn't mean they care. Just because they comment doesn't mean they're safe. If someone hasn't earned your trust, they haven't earned the right to your truth. 10,000 likes are not 10,000 safe people. Some of them are just mocking you. Some are silently judging you. Some are just watching to see what breaks next. Your story is sacred. Please protect it. And here's the ugly truth, what the rest of us see. For those of us who've lived through betrayal, abandonment, and recovery, we don't see a free spirit. We see a woman trying to survive publicly. We see a woman screaming into a void, a woman who hasn't had time to be held. And to us, it looks exhausting. Now, here are my final thoughts. This is not a judgment video. It's a gentle mirror, a loving invitation. You don't have to bleed in public to prove yourself strong. You don't have to perform your pain to validate your voice. You do not need to explain your healing while you're still in the process. You can instead unplug. You can rest. You can reclaim your story. You can heal quietly, because peace, it doesn't live in applause. It lives in quiet. And always remember, together we heal, and together we grow. Thank you so much for being with me today. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, and share this with somebody who desperately needs to hear this. Until next time, bye.